Newton's third law. You know, I'm getting tired of this stuff. Makes me so mad to try to teach Newton's third law. I'm just gonna... that really hurt. Why did it hurt so much? I was trying to hurt that, and it hurt me. What's going on here? Could this be an example of Newton's third law? I punched the cabinet. Well, Newton's third law says for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So what's the equal and opposite reaction when I punch the cabinet? The cabinet punches me. That's it. Newton's third is all about equal and opposite reactions. So we have to think about this. Anytime we talk about Newton's third, we have to talk about these equal and opposite reactions. So, you ever shoot a gun? You shoot it, and you're shooting a bullet out of the gun really fast. What does the gun do to you? Right? You shoot the gun, and the gun pushes back. So what's the action and what's the reaction? Turns out, if you want to get Newton's third right, you have to make it a correct sentence. You have to clearly explain the physics of what action is actually happening, and then the reaction is easy as could be. So, why does the gun kick back? Recoil, we call it. What would the first thing be? What's the action? Good. Gun pushes bullet really hard. There goes a bullet. That's the action. What's the reaction? Bullet pushes gun, comma, really hard. That push. So what if you shoot a bigger bullet? How about a bigger bullet much faster? How hard do you have to push a bigger bullet to get it to go much faster? So now the gun pushes the bullet incredibly hard. What does the bullet do to the gun? Pushes it back incredibly hard. So if you have, say, an elephant gun, when you pull that trigger, expect some pain, right? And by the way, if you're shooting an elephant, I hope it steps on you and gives you a little bit more pain. Don't shoot the elephants. Yeah. Anyway, so that would be a gun. How about a baseball? Somebody throws a baseball, you catch it. Ah, son of a gun, that really hurts your hand. So you got to think of what was the action you did. Well, I caught the ball. Well, yet, I don't think it's exactly enough to say that. I caught the ball, so the ball caught me. That's not what happened. So what are you doing? Your ball comes in, and basically, don't you have to push on the ball very hard to get it to stop? Yeah. If I walked over to somebody and I pushed on their head, all of a sudden, really hard, really fast, you wouldn't say, Miss Johansson pushed somebody. You'd say, Miss Johansson hit somebody. So, is that what's happening to the ball? Yeah. The ball comes in, and you actually, with your hand, you have to hit the ball. You catch it so fast. Okay, so I hit ball with my hand. That's the action. What's the reaction? Ball hits my hand. Right? I hit ball with my hand. Ball hits my hand with the ball. Whatever. But that's the reaction. Okay? Let's see, there's a couple others on here. How does a rocket work? How does a rocket work? This is a great trick question to ask somebody. Does a rocket work by it pushes down on the launch pad, so the launch pad pushes up on the rocket? That'd be like me on a diving board. You stand on a diving board, you push the diving board down, what's the reaction? Good, diving board pushes you up. This is easy. So, is it that? Rocket ship pushes launch pad down, launch pad pushes rocket ship up. Is that what's happening? If it is, wouldn't you need to take the launch pad with you into space to keep the rocket able to work? Yep. Do you take a launch pad with you into space? So can it be that? Nope. Is it like this? You're standing on a boat. By the way, don't stand on a boat. You might fall over. But you're standing on a boat holding a rock, and you throw the rock that way, and it pushes your boat forward. Or if you throw the rock backwards, pushes your boat forward. What's the action reaction? I push rock. Rock pushes me. Action reaction. So the rocket pushes exhaust backwards. Exhaust pushes rocket forwards. That's Newton's third. That's why rockets work. Inside the exhaust chamber, there's a hole in the exhaust chamber. The rocket exhaust goes out that way. Imagine that exhaust. You have exhaust going out that way, unbalanced, so it's pushing the rocket up that way. That's how it works. The last one, I love this last one. By far the hardest one. It said, what's the reaction to be stepping off the curb and falling to the ground? So I'm like going down a step. I leave the step and I'm falling to the ground. What's the reaction to that? This one can make you crazy. What's the reaction to that? In order to get that, of course, you have to find out what the real action is. Did you control this? In other words, did you somehow pull yourself down to the ground? You just stepped off of something. And now you're falling to the ground. No, okay, so just ask yourself, why are you falling to the ground? Why are you falling to the ground? Does it have to do with gravity? Yes, it does. So, what's really happening? Ground pulls you down is the action. What's the reaction? That'll blow your mind. Thanks for watching.